Hey, this is Mike with Tactical Wood Gas, and then we're going to talk about setting up your generator for a run. What we have here is the exit of the filter stage. So at this point we've got wood gas coming out through the hose over to your engine. Now you notice the engine here we've got clamped down to the table. For us that's convenient so we can take it to shows and all that. But we provide four 5/16 holes on the corner of each part of the frame, and that's for bolting the thing down. It will vibrate and move all over the place, and so you're going to have to get something fairly sturdy and heavy enough to hold the thing still and bolt it down. So you've got it bolted down. You've got the hose coming in, and you've got the valve here. Now with the valve open and the fan on driving the wood gas through, it'll come in through the bottom of the carburetor, and you've got this open all the way. So you'll, in 2 or 3 minutes of purging, you'll see the smoke coming out of here. And you let it come out for a few minutes, and that will have purged the air out so that you're getting just wood gas coming in here, and then you'll be able to get just air coming in from the airport. So then you remove the fan, and a couple of things, I guess, prior to starting all this. There's an off-on switch on the back. We've got to make sure that that is in the on position. You've got a pull cord here. One of the things that we do is make sure that the choke is all the way open, and then we come all the way on with the throttle. One of the things we do prior to starting, well, before we even get the gas through the system, is we do a check to make sure that that we haven't had tar issues. And one of the ways you can check for compression is to very slowly pull the cord. If you're pulling it and you're feeling the stroke of the engine going up and down, you're feeling the compression where it's hard and easy and hard and easy. That tells you that your valves are moving, opening, and closing, and you haven't got those stuck. And we'll talk in a minute about how to deal with that if you have issues with that. So at this point, the engine is ready to start. We start out with, we don't connect it to the battery initially, and so then we come around the other side and we'll take a look at where we start it. We'll have a video where we show how to do this, but we've got a drill with a socket on it. We put it on this bolt that we've added to the engine. This is a 5/16 fine if it
with a 1/2-inch head.
Yep. So you get a 1/2-inch socket on there, and drive it so it's spinning counterclockwise, which is the engine. The engine spins that direction. If you forget what direction, slowly pull on the cord. You can see what direction you need to spin it in order for the engine to start. One of the other things is it comes without oil for shipping purposes. Add 30 weight, and there's a dipstick here. Unscrew it, and you can see the dipstick, and there's paperwork that comes with it, but it's about 3/4 up the dipstick you want the oil. They recommend 30 weight regular old engine oil. We like, and they do that just because they figure spend the least amount of money possible. For us, we're looking at how long can we make the engine run. So we're 10W30 synthetic is what we're using in order to maximize the life of the engine. These engines come with a oil pressure check, and if the oil pressure isn't there, it's going to kill the spark. So if you have questions on why isn't my engine starting, even with starter fluid or such, one of the things you can do is spin this and check for spark. One of the things that we've got is and they sell these at hardware or automotive stores, where you unplug the spark plug cable, and it fits in between the two, and as you spin the engine, it'll light up and show you that the spark is happening. So if you've got spark, if you've got compression, and you've got the gas coming through and ready to go, You should spin this thing up nice and fast with a drill, and the engine will start under those conditions.
The other thing we might add is the he'd mentioned that the battery and the load is not connected at this point in time. The other thing is you, by loosening the tension on your turnbuckle, you can actually have some slack in the belt to where it's not having to work so hard to turn an alternator. Tends to make it easier to start, and once it's up and running, then carefully tensioning the turnbuckle to tighten up the belt would make it easier to spin.
So, yeah.
In one of our videos, we'll cover a couple things on real quickly how to check for spark and how to check to make sure that your engine's doesn't have any problems. Some quick cheat or test ways that you can verify this very quickly without a lot of equipment or anything like that.